What you see running on my computer desktop is a full version of Windows 10. But what's not so clear is how I'm running it. I'm just zooming out here and you can see that actually this Windows 10 version is running separately and independently of my main operating system. If I look at my computer properties, you can see I'm actually running Windows 7 Home Basic. And yet at the same time, I have a copy of Windows 10 running. If I launch a browser, for example, and I go to Google, I can surf the web independently of my main system safely. You can see if I try to drag this over to my main computer, it won't even go outside of the window. So all the programs here run separately and safely. They're not interfering with any of the programs over here. So you can see this is a great way to test software, to surf the web. Now, what you can also do with this virtual machine is at any time you can remove it and just install a new one. And it doesn't take long at all. I'll show you that in the course on how to do that. This version I'm going to show you how to get is pre-activated and lasts for 90 days. However, you can reinstall it as many times as you want and keep extending that 90 days. And I'm going to show you how in this course. But what I want to show you first is what is not required. Now, normally, in order to install a virtual machine, you need the actual Windows operating system disk, or you need what's called an ISO file. And then you need to physically install it like you would a normal operating system, going through the drivers and step-by-step entering in all this kind of data to get it going. That's not required here. I'm going to show you how to find the virtual machine file. It's one file you download from Microsoft. If you have a virtual machine player, which you will, because I'm going to show you how to get one, you just run that player and it runs this operating system. So it's very easy. It's not a lengthy process. You don't need to be an expert to follow this course. I'm going to show you every step of the way how to do this. Additionally, there's no need to activate Windows. This virtual machine comes pre-activated and pre-built by Microsoft. Here are the requirements. So you need at least 4 gigabytes of RAM. The more you have, the more efficient it'll run. You need at least 20 gigabytes of free disk space. The virtual machine takes about 15 gigs of space, and so you need a little wiggle room. You need to run Windows OS to follow my course exactly. However, this will work on a Mac OS. You can follow this course, install it on a Mac, but I'm demonstrating it on a Windows, so you need to be very familiar with how things work on a Mac, because I'm not going to demonstrate it in this course. You also need to be able to download a 5 gigabyte file. I'm going to take you to a developer site of Microsoft. It doesn't cost anything to sign up. You don't even need to enter your email. I'm going to show you where to get the virtual machine, the pre-built virtual machine, but it's about 5 gigabytes. So that is probably the lengthiest process of this whole training, is just waiting for the download of this 5 gigabyte file. And that's it. Once we have this virtual machine running, you'll be able to test and install software and use Windows 10 just like you would any other operating system. So I hope to see you in the course.